Now it's time for another edition of What Would Jello Do? Before January 20th, there are a lot of other things that our so-called president-elect could be doing, and in some cases already is doing, even before January 20th, when he could sign all those executive orders and get us back into the Paris Climate Treaty and the one with Iran with a stroke of a pen. First thing Biden should do immediately is announce that anybody found to have destroyed or deleted documents in any of the cabinet departments or anywhere in the White House will be prosecuted for falsifying and destroying documents and evidence to the full extent of the law. I'm sure if he couldn't look up which federal law it was quick enough, Kamala Harris probably could. She has also mentioned a specific law that could be used to nail Trump for at least 250,000 counts of criminally negligent homicide, or at least manslaughter. One more thing all those people need to go down for, instead of just turning the page like Obama did, not just on Wall Street, but on all the war criminals who tortured people at Abu Ghraib and Gitmo and other places and beyond. And if he's really still not getting full national security briefings from the Trumpsy White House, he's got enough retired officials around him, including his new Secretary of Defense and some former directors of the CIA who I think still get those briefings, if I'm not mistaken, who can be getting them to him that way if need be. And reach out and rehire all 700 scientists at the Center for Disease Control that Trumpsy laid off early in his presidency. If there's no federal money to pay for them, get them in a separate building and have Bill Gates pay for them for a month or two, then put them back in their jobs, as well as reopening the CDC lab. It was run jointly with the Chinese inside China, who could have nipped COVID-19 in the bud, possibly before it ever got out of Wuhan, if it had existed, and had more of an impact like Ebola did, or SARS, back when somebody competent was in charge. That also means restoring the pandemic department of the National Security Council that was eliminated for budgetary reasons by your friend and mine, John Bolton. Yeah. And full, what the British call shadow cabinet. He's appointing a lot of them already, but they should be speaking out already and getting themselves together. Okay, if I was running this department right now, this is what I do. Especially important with his COVID-19 people and stuff. And signal that if he gets blocked at every turn by Uncle Mitch in the Senate, he too can make acting secretary and judicial appointments just like Trump did. You know, last thing we need is Biden saying, oh yeah, I can reach across the aisle. I've worked with Mitch McConnell for years. Yeah, probably agreeing with him the whole time. You don't reach across the aisle to give away the store, especially not with the neo-Nazis running the Senate now. No way. And you can signal that you also will rely on state governments, city and county governments to get progressive laws through to prove that they work, like we've been doing with cannabis laws, if the Senate or even the sclerotic geriatric-led House moves too slow. And already begin writing up, hopefully to be announced on January 20th, not one, but 4 badly needed constitutional amendments. It'll take years to get these through, so why not start now? Don't say, oh, we can't do it, it'll be impossible. You start, you let people know it exists, try and get it through, and slowly but surely the tide turns. Kind of like with cannabis laws, or younger generations no longer being afraid of the term socialism because they actually know what it means and how it helps them. Constitutional amendment to ensure that a woman controls her own body. Full reproductive rights, The woman does, not the moral majority or Amy Coney Barrett or William Barr, who even wants to ban condoms. And another constitutional amendment, in case Barrett and Kavanaugh and others get ideas, ensuring marriage equality for all permanently in the Constitution. Another one, overturn the Citizens United rule, which the Supreme Court left open. You could do that, but it would have to be with a constitutional amendment. So, how about it? Corporations are not people. I'm sorry. Even the little kids thrown in cages by Trump, yeah, they're people. The corporations are not. And that's another order Trump could sign on January 20th, is letting all those people go and getting rid of all Stephen Miller's anti-immigration regulations that are wreaking total havoc in Mexico and South as well as in this country in mass human rights violations that violate the Geneva Convention. And finally, in the Constitution, at long last, everyone who is old enough is eligible to vote and has the right to vote. There's nothing in the Constitution that says everybody has the right to vote. Yes, they lowered it from 21 to 18, but it didn't say everybody can vote. Everybody can vote. Everybody can vote. Because, as the great philosopher Donald J. Trump once said, if we let everybody vote, Republicans will never win another election.